They should have said, okay, Brim, we understand you're scared. We understand your daughters are scared. We understand women are now scared in towns and cities across this country. They didn't do that. They banged Lucy Connolly up. They banged people up for a few mean words. Someone shouted at a police dog, give them 2 years, 3 years. They clamped down and they tried to suppress the legitimate concerns of the British public.
Tommy Robinson's unexpected comment leaves Keir Starmer stunned. Okay, you're not going to believe this. Because while everyone was locked into the usual noise parliament drama, party infighting, the same predictable talking points, something very different happened during a simple interview. A moment no one saw coming. A question that seemed harmless. And a comment from Tommy Robinson that, somehow, ended up stunning Keir Starmer himself. This wasn't loud, it wasn't chaotic, and it wasn't one of those headline-grabbing confrontations. It was subtle, almost quiet, but the impact? Tremendous. Let's get straight into what really happened. It all started during a sit-down interview, relaxed setting, low lights, conversational tone. The kind of interview where the guest usually speaks freely, not expecting any curveballs. Tommy Robinson was asked a series of straightforward questions about public sentiment, the current political climate, and the direction the country feels like it's heading. Everything stayed predictable until the interviewer leaned forward and asked, "What do you really think about Keir Starmer's leadership right now?" That single question changed the entire energy in the room. Robinson paused. Not a long pause, but long enough for viewers to feel something shifting. He glanced down, then looked up at the interviewer with a calm, surprisingly measured tone. And then came the comment. Robinson said, "I think people are starting to see a side of Keir Starmer they didn't expect." That's all. No accusations, no insults, and no extreme statements. Just a simple, unexpected line, but delivered with a seriousness that immediately made people lean in. Robinson continued, "The public pays attention, more than politicians realize. The way he answers questions, the way he avoids certain topics, the way he presents himself, people are reading into that now. But powerful. Because political commentary isn't always about what's said. Sometimes, it's about what's implied. Now here's where things get interesting." Later that day, during a press interaction, a journalist brought up Robinson's comment. Not aggressively. Not confrontationally. Just a calm question. How do you respond to the suggestion that the public is starting to see a different side of your leadership? And Starmer froze for a moment. It wasn't dramatic, but it was noticeable. He blinked, looked away for a second, then said, "My record speaks for itself." But people could tell that wasn't the answer he wanted to give. He wasn't expecting to be asked about Robinson at all, let alone about public perception. One political analyst posted on X, "This is the first time I've seen Starmer visibly unsettled by a question." Even a BBC correspondent noted, "Starmer seemed caught off guard. The question hit a sensitive point." Just like that, the comment gained even more momentum. Within hours, clips from both the interview and Starmer's reaction started circulating. Comments flooded every platform. One viewer wrote, "He didn't say anything extreme, but the truth in the tone is what got me." Another said, "This is exactly what people have been feeling. Starmer looks too polished, too controlled." Someone else posted, "If a simple comment can shake him, what does that say?" On TikTok, creators reacted with split-screen commentary, analyzing Starmer's body language, comparing past interviews, and debating whether Robinson touched on something deeper. Even political insiders started chiming in anonymously. A Labour staffer reportedly told a journalist, "Starmer's biggest vulnerability isn't opposition attacks, it's perception. He knows that." Another insider said, "We've been trying to soften his image. The last thing we expected was for Tommy Robinson to shape the narrative." A political analyst explained, "What made Robinson's comment powerful is that it wasn't attacking policy, it questioned the image. And image is what Starmer relies on the most. But in politics, small moments often have big ripple effects. On the surface, it seems small. One interview, one unexpected comment, and one slightly shaken political leader. But when you zoom out, you see the pattern. People across the UK are questioning leadership style. They're looking for authenticity, honesty, and confidence under pressure." Starmer's pause, that tiny moment, revealed something. He didn't expect a figure like Tommy Robinson to influence public conversation in any way that reached him directly. Yet it did. And that's exactly why this is such a big deal. Because even a calm, measured comment can expose pressure points in modern politics. So here we are. A simple interview, a simple question, a simple comment that somehow turned into a political spark. And now, people are asking, if this small comment left Starmer stunned, what would happen if something even more direct entered the conversation? Because sometimes, it's not the headline events that shift politics, it's the quiet, unexpected moments. And this one is far from over.